Hello and welcome to Issues in Sustainability. My name is Lisa Swallow and it is spring 2024. I'm super psyched to share this class with you. So the purpose of this welcome video is just to walk you through the Moodle shell, walk you through how the class is lined out, and have a peek at the syllabus. So let me go over here so that you can see the Moodle shell. So you can see, obviously you found this because it was in the introduction, that we've got 7 units and then basically a semester-long company sustainability paper that serves as your final in this course. So please go ahead and read through the introduction. This class has been around for about, 17 years now, and is a part of a business curriculum, is also a social science elective and part of the climate change minor. So what this is basically telling you is where we came from, and that the last page of the syllabus is really super important. I mean, the whole thing's important, but that it's got all the due dates on it. So I would encourage you to print that out. I like to print out all my due dates and put them in a handy dandy plastic folder so that I know exactly when everything is due and it's just sitting on my desk. So the way that the class works is that each unit will have a short introduction. It'll have a list of tasks, and then it will have your resources. So if you look at unit 1, it tells you what the dates are, and it gives you an introduction. We're going to be talking about the is sustainable development and growth in our current capitalistic society possible alongside the idea of environmental and social sustainability. So then you've got a list of tasks. Read the syllabus very carefully. Participate in the bio in the discussion forum. It's due January 22nd, which is a Monday. And then respond to 2 other students by Tuesday. So you can read them and do the readings for the week of January 22nd. And then participate in the first discussion forum regarding your readings. And then, of course, respond to 2 other students by the next Monday morning. And do your reading for the next week. And you've got your first paper due. So you can see the entire first unit lined out in one concise area. And when you're done with this unit, my hope is that you can talk about natural cycles and ecosystem services and discuss human impacts. You can define sustainability, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to look at our first framework for sustainable development. So then you can see that when I've asked you to do your readings, there is no textbook in the class. It's a curated group of some really historical pieces. Like you can see the this one, but the natural step is from 2004, and Hawkins and Levin's Natural Capitalism is from 1999. I mean, there's some old historical building block sort of readings, and then you know, some newer items, World Economic Forum delivery, et cetera, et cetera. So at any rate, each of these links will contain a link to your reading, and I would say that I would plan on reading a couple hours a week. And I wouldn't sit down and try and do this all at one time. The discussion forums require that you look at the readings. Maybe you've taken some notes. I would plan on doing the readings over a couple different times, and then the discussion forum after the readings, obviously. So there's your resources for the week of January 22nd, for the week of January 29th. And then here is where you're going to actually turn in your assignments. So here's the first little bio that you're giving me, introduce yourselves and meet me. So you would go in here, I'd give you the prompt, and then you would add your discussion and respond to 2 other students. Then here's where your Unit 1 discussion forum is due, your Unit 1 paper is due, and these dates should respond or correspond more likely to the dates that I gave you up here, right? So it's due January 21st, 5th, it's due February 1st. So you can see, so I would go, when I approach a unit, I would go in, I would look at everything like I just outlined for you, like what is this unit about? What are my tasks? What are the outcomes that I'm supposed to be able to discuss or talk about? And then start the readings, take some notes, and then participate in the discussion forum. This paper that's due is due, what is that, 2.5 weeks after class starts? Yeah, 2 weeks after class starts. So, you know, you're gonna, this is a 50-point paper. If you feel like you're gonna need a little support, I would get on the Writing Center's schedule straight away. The citation requirements is either APA or MLA, and if you need a little refresher on an academic paper and how to cite it, please go here and take a peek. Yeah, so that's how I would approach each unit. And again, you can see that they start on, sorry, I'm just checking my calendar. Yeah, they start on Mondays and go either 2 or 3 weeks. Our spring break is in here between the 17th and the 25th of March. And then your all semester project begins in chapter 3 and is due on May 5th. Your all semester project involves you doing a sort of like taking the concepts that we learn and applying them to a business, hopefully a local business in Missoula. But if it's something from your hometown or where you work in the summers or something else you're interested in, that's great. But it needs to be an organization where you can actually get a real life or a Zoom interview with a person to discuss that company's sustainability practices. So it's not okay to just use their website or use their marketing materials. You actually have to be able to talk to a person. And this is basically the final in your class. I've got the assignment itself. You start by coming up with the name of the company by the end of February. I've got some prompts on the outline and then the project itself. You don't really need to worry about that right now, but this is just an overview. So if you go back here to the introduction, I just want to go down to the syllabus for a moment and have a look. So basically a syllabus is a contract. And this is our contract. This is my agreement with you. This is what you can expect. And in return, I'm pretty clear on like the matrix that I use to grade your work. So let me just pop this over here. Okay, so 3-credit class, and it is, here's my office hours and my phone number and my email, the description of the course itself, and which I've talked about. It's a very literature intensive class. We're going to spend a lot of time reading, thinking, and then sharing the results of what we're thinking about with each other, and then hopefully stimulating additional conversation by responding to other students. These performance outcomes are embedded in each of the units, so you can see that it's a lot about outlining, identifying, discussing, articulating, critically analyzing sustainability as a model. So there's a lot of different aspects to this that it's intended to develop your reading, writing, and thinking skills. So, sorry, I think that I inadvertently have the wrong syllabus loaded here. So just bear with me for just a moment. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. Okay, I just wanted to, so yeah, spring 2024. So this is just some verbiage about online learning, and that I anticipate that you're going to be checking your email account regularly, and that our contract is that you will agree to spend a couple different times each week on this class. Again, as I said, you're not going to be able to sit down and ingest all the reading at one point in time. So you should plug into your daily plan a couple times a week to read, and then another time to do your discussion forum, and then another time to respond to your colleagues. So here's kind of the rules of netiquette, of course, being respectful, completing your work on time, and just staying current with the materials, representing yourself professionally online, etc. Here is the commentary about academic honesty. And if you need any sort of support or accommodations, please let me know immediately, and I will, of course, accommodate that. Here's your topical outline that coincides, of course, with the units that I just showed you. The grading scale is a straight A, B, C, D, F over 90, 80, 70, 60. And then again, very importantly, last page of the syllabus or fourth page of the syllabus, I would print this. Here are your due dates, okay? They're almost all Thursdays, except for we start, the semester actually starts on their Thursday. So that first your biography in the discussion forum is due on a Monday, and then the final paper and PowerPoint is due on a Sunday. So, but the rest of the dates in there should be Thursdays. And then this is really important. I'm going to take a couple minutes here, not read it to you, but just really point this out. So in the discussion forums, which is the crux of the course, right, where you're going to be developing your thoughts and bringing in outside materials and data. So these weekly discussion forums are intended to give you the opportunity to discuss the assigned weekly course material, readings and videos, et cetera, et cetera. So in your forum posts and your responses, you'll draw from your materials and you'll incorporate that with your own opinion. And I want to see that you're thinking about these thoughts and you know, professionally and critically sort of analyzing them. So there are 20 points each. The discussion forums are 20 points each, and you will be posting a minimum of 3 times, right? You're going to substantively post in response to the prompts. And sometimes there's multiple prompts within one topic. And I'm super clear about that. Like, oh, I'm asking you to answer 3 different areas of this conversation I want you to address. And I will, you know, very clearly bullet. And I would really encourage you to make sure after you've written your discussion forum that you go back and look and make sure that you've identified, you know, if there's multiple steps. Also, please be careful that you have edited your work, that it is grammatically correct, and that if you're bringing in outside data and charts, that you cite them or, you know, obviously refer to them as this is not your original thought process. So the way the 20 points lines out is 14 points for the original post and 6 points for your reflective response to other students. The key here is to offer a response that will further the discussion. So just saying like, oh, I agree, or great post, or yeah, I think that too. I want you to add material, thoughts, possibly new authors that will bring that conversation, bring some additional data to that conversation, or be able to, you know, identify new areas of research that could be engaged in based upon that. And then you can see how the points are lined out. And, you know, in order to get the full points, you express critical thinking and you directly refer many of the readings and you further the discussion and you supplement your post with pictures or charts or additional resources, etc. So you can see that I've really clearly identified how you earn the points in the discussion forum. So also, I just want you to know that you're always free to email me, obviously call me, and then most especially if you really want to have a conversation, to ask me to set up a time for a Zoom meeting, because I'm super happy to do that. That's really how I meet you in this class. So you'll see some of the units will have just readings. Some I've posted lecture videos. Some I've brought in guest speakers, so to speak, from TED Talk or other areas. So I hope that you enjoy the variety of materials in the class. I hope that you enjoy the content of the class, and I look forward to getting to know all of you. Welcome.